Realizing the true production and profit potential of a farm goes hand in hand with knowing what the land needs so it can be improved. Blake Reynolds of Indianola knows these synergies firsthand. He's a self-described fourth-generation producer with first-generation equity. Blake grows corn and soybeans in partnership with a landowner and the land management experts of Clive-based Peoples Company.
The win-win in my mind is not only economical for both parties, but also what are we going to pass on to the next generation. I think a lot of what we do out here every day is let's leave land better than what we originally came onto it as.
Raised on a century farm, Reynolds is a believer in the adage, you can't improve what you don't measure. Today's technology offers ample information and evidence to make per-acre adjustments benefiting land, fertility, water quality, and yields.
With the use of technology in agriculture today, we've got the ability to show yield maps, tile maps, any sort of planting information, grid sampling. All of that would play into a part of technology that allows us to have visual representations to show those landowners how we're improving it, because we don't know what we don't measure.
Using cover crops more effectively is one example. The environmental practice was implemented on the farm in 2015. Planted in the fall, cover crop acres were terminated in early spring and then planted to soybeans. Working as a team, Blake says the full potential of using cover crops is now being realized.
Now we're actually allowing that cover crop to go almost to a boot stage before terminating that rye, and allowing that to be our pre-emerge on the herbicide standpoint to reduce our total herbicide usage. And that's been very successful this year.
In addition to improving weed management and lowering herbicide costs, Reynolds says cover crops are also enhancing fertility efficiencies.
We're trying to be more efficient from a fertilizer standpoint and just feed the crop for the crop year. And we're variable rating on a narrower basis, so rather than taking a dry fertilizer spreader and spreading 85 or 120 feet, we're now applying all of those fertilizer nutrients with the planter in furrow and being able to variable rate those every 30 inches, which is our row spacing width. So it's allowing us to truly feed the crop and be more efficient with those fertilizer needs.
Molly Aronowitz serves as Director of Sustainability and a land manager for Peoples Company, an industry partner of the Iowa Soybean Association.
We don't know what we don't measure, and that's the first step as facilitating that landowner and tenant relationship, is to bring all the information, the data that we can collect to the table so we can have a transparent conversation about it.
The team collects historical land and farm information, scrutinizes yield maps, captures soil tests, and gleans data points from Blake's farm equipment. It is then placed on the table so the team can identify opportunities to maximize production, profits, and soil and water stewardship.
At the end of the day, it's a lot about return on investment and the economic side. And part of what we do by that is land preservation. So how are we going to increase organic matters or reduce erosion, and all the other things that play into a stewardship standpoint that will long-term improve that land.
Once considered optional, implementing conservation and sustainability practices are indeed the key to boosting per-acre performance. For more information, go to iasoybeans.com.
You know, everything starts with the land. We really respect farmers.
There's nothing that we cannot help a client with. So the brokerage, the management, the appraisal, and the investment are four pillars that really go so well together.
We work with a lot of really great people working incredibly hard to provide for their families, their community, and the country.